Good morning. It is 8:45 a.m. on Friday, March 29th, 2024. I know I said that I was going to, do the anise seed thing with my coffee about, I don't know, 3 days ago. But then what happened is we had this big storm here, but like at my house it just rained, but a few miles away, like, I don't know, how far away does my daughter live? 3 miles, something like that. Could be, yeah, it's probably 3 or 4 miles. There were like some kind of high winds and more trees got knocked down and power poles and stuff than happened in the hurricane here at the end of August, although it was confined to a small area. Well, thank God her house is just fine, but she was without power for like, I don't know, how long was it? 40 hours or 48 hours, something like that. So during that time, she and her husband and the 4 kids came over here a few times, like to take hot baths for the kids and, to have some meals and stuff like that. And they did have, I'm just looking at my hair here. I didn't do a very good job running my fingers through it this morning. Anyway, they have wonderful neighbors. And the neighbors had a generator. So they had a plug from the generator going to my daughter's freezer, to my daughter's fridge, and then they had one more plug for general use. So, of course, what's one of the very important things? Coffee. So I went over there yesterday to help out, and I said, I came over so early, I didn't have any coffee yet, and she said, oh, wait. And she carried her Nespresso machine from the kitchen into the utility room, the laundry room, where the plug was snaking in through the door from the neighbor's generator, sat down on the floor. She's like 6 months pregnant, and made me a cup of coffee with her, Nespresso machine on the floor. Anyhow, so this video is about coffee. But the thing is, I had planned things out as far as I had my supplies to do the anise seed thing. And I even found, I mentioned I had a meat mallet. I guess that's what this is, right? So, but this is the first day that I have a chance to actually do it. And I hadn't figured out exactly how I'm going to do it. So I live in a rented apartment. So I have to be careful I don't, break anything in here, because eventually I'll have to pay for it. So what I was thinking of doing, okay, I've got my coffee spice basket here, and one of the spices that lives in there is the anise seed. So, and this is what it looks like. It's almost kind of like little tiny caraway looking seeds, like the kind that's in rye bread, but this is not. This has a licorice flavor, like if you put one in your mouth or two, chew it up. You get the sensation, I don't know, it's still sticking in my mouth somewhere. You get the sensation of licorice seed, of licorice, or as some people say, licorice. It's licorice. Anyhow, the only thing is it's hard and crunchy and ugh. Anyhow, so what I thought I would do, all right, I've got a Ziploc bag to contain any of the, if I have any success crushing these. I'm going to put a bunch of this in. And the reason I'm going to do that is because, well, for one thing, if there's more there, maybe, it'll help to crush the other ones. I never use the stuff, so I may as well be extravagant with it here. Okay, so let's Now, I'm going to have to see if I can do this on the counter, you know, without damaging the counter. Okay, it's sealed. Now, I am going to put it on a piece of wood because I'm sure that somehow or another these will mar the counter. All right, and there's the other one. All right, here we go. Well, whoops. Well, yeah, I need to vacuum today. Okay, so basically it made a lot of little holes in the plastic, but, or indentations. Let me sort of there, do that. I'm gonna try again, okay? Yeah, like pressing it, I don't even hear anything cracking. Maybe it would help if I had less in there. No, I'm not going to drive my car over this because I've already tried that, and, you know, a few months ago, and basically I ended up with, well, it is possible I could do it. Too complicated, and it's chilly out today. Okay. You know, let me open this up and just sniff. I don't even smell the licorice odor. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. So I have another idea. What if I put this into, okay, I'm sure if I boiled it, maybe it would soften it, right? And yeah, what I could do is, okay, I could make, if I make my coffee, and usually, you know, it's fine if you add a little extra hot water to it. Okay, so, what, all right, let me get here. I have a handy dishwasher full of clean dishes here. All right, oh wait, I know. You know what? Here. I'll put some in this nice lungo cup, okay? And I wonder if I should, okay, I should use, trying to think, should I use water or milk? Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know, let me pour it in here first, and then we'll see what to do. Lord, I probably am going to have like microplastics in here now, or I don't know, macroplastics. Anyway, it's probably in everything anyhow. All right. Okay, fair enough there. Okay, so here we go. All right. Yes, I'll go ahead and use water because I'm going to have to, if it doesn't sink to the bottom nicely, then I'm going to have to pour it through a, oh, I know, I think I have a tea ball I can pour it through. Okay, so this is just a small quantity of water, all right? Pointing out the obvious. So I'm going to put this on 1 minute. So hopefully it'll just like boil the water. It won't evaporate it away, and I'll end up having burnt anise seed odor in the house. Anyhow, I mean, we are doing this together, folks. Let me turn this around here. Okay, so the light's on me instead of in back of me. Ooh, oh, I'm in prison. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, look at this. Let me turn it around. Jeez. So, oh, that's me. There, that's the microwave. I forgot about how if you only have a small amount of something, that it will just boil over. Has it softened them at all? Nope, not a bit. All right. So maybe I need to have a little bit of a larger quantity of water. Well, now, hey, look. The water appears to be taking on some color. Hey. All right. So maybe, oh, I smell the anise, the licorice odor. Okay, this is obviously going to be messy here. Some of them popped out in the microwave too. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I noticed, whoops, that I'm going to vacuum. Oh, for once I'm able to find something. Just kind of blow it off. Who knows? I don't know if you get dust in drawers. So, all right, I am going to pour this boiling hot water. It's probably cooled off quite a bit by now. Okay. Through this tea ball, okay? To kind of, you know, make sure. Oh, okay. All right, operator error. Jeez, what is wrong with me? Oh, okay, because you know what? Hang on. All right. Now, see, when I figure, even though I do these things with you, I usually figure, you know, some of it out beforehand. Jeez. Okay, so now I've got anise water. Okay, and it's very licoricey smelling. I'm wondering if you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna give this one more little heat up in the microwave. Now, sorry, whoops. I'm going to heat it up one more time in the microwave. Now that I have some clue of what to do, and now that I'm thinking, you know, taking a few seconds here to think instead of just to talk. And, okay, let me get the rainbows going at least. So, you know, like, this is truly a live video because I mean, we are doing this with no prior planning, and what do they say? Prior planning prevents poor performance. I don't know. Oh, it's boiling. All right. So it was boiling, and again, we have colored water here. Okay, so let's take it over now that I've got the process figured out. Okay. There's that. Here's this. Okay. Here's my little strainer. Kind of give it a swirl around. There we go. Ow! All right. There's some operator error. Oh, shoot. All right. The other one. Okay. Prior planning. I didn't plan well enough priorly. Metal heats up very quickly and transfers that heat to whatever is touching it. Whatever being, that's enough. Whatever is my fingers. Oh, shoot. So the first amount of liquid I had was very small, and it sat out for maybe a minute, and that was enough to cool it off. This was a lot more liquid, which had boiled. Okay, we're going to take a little break here. All right, I'm drying my fingers now. I'm going to get a little piece of ice. Oh my goodness. So, you know, if this works and I ever do it again, I sure know what not to do. You know, I always say that, like when I'm teaching school, and with my grandkids, I'll say, you know, if you get the wrong answer, then you know one way that this is not going to work. And sometimes the more ways you figure out don't work, it leads you to what does work. I also tell them there's no stupid questions except the ones that are not asked. Of course, talking about stupid, I really didn't think this thing through today. But I mean, I didn't. I'm doing it on the fly here, making it up as I go. Oh, gosh. Well, all right, we'll see how that's going to go. All right, so we've got some nice hotsy-totsy anise water here. It smells like licorice. Okay, so maybe the way to go, you know, is not to try to crush it up, but to just boil it. Or, you know, possibly maybe even letting it sit overnight or something in the fridge or for a few hours. Okay, so I'm going to let my machine heat up. Golly. All right, let me, here. So, I'm going to use nice cold water. Okay, the water doesn't even feel cold, it feels warm. Oh boy. With the non-burned fingers, it feels cold. With the burned fingers, it feels warm. Well, gee willikers. Yeah, I think that my mother once told me that the first word that I learned was hot because she pointed it out on the stove. You know, she would point to it and say, hot, hot. And I guess, I don't know, I must have touched it to find out for myself. And I said hot. I don't know, this may be an apocryphal story, but I seem to remember that from my childhood. All right, I'm just going to give the rainbow makers a little twirl here, and then we'll proceed on. Ah, the sun's not pointing the right way at the moment. It will, it will. All right, now, I'm going to make the coffee, and then I'm going to pour in some of the anise water, okay? You know, they probably make licorice extract. I haven't seen it in my market, but I bet they probably do. And if you're really addicted to its flavor, I bet you could just get some of that and put a little drop in your coffee. But somebody mentioned to me about really liking, you know, anise seed in their coffee, so I went out and bought a thing of it. All right, coffee. Let's see. You know, here is, what is this? Okay, this is Inspirazione Venezia, so Venice, okay? From the Inspirazione Italiana collection that Nespresso still makes. It's got great coffees in it. Okay, so this is an espresso, so I will run it like that as an espresso, and then I'll try. I can't imagine this is going to taste good, but as I have told you and, you know, shown you in the past, that two things that may not taste good or appealing individually, sometimes when you combine them, they're very delicious. And if you think of the ingredients, for example, of making cake or cookies, you know, separately, some of those things taste gross. But when you mix them all together, it makes something wonderful. Okay. So here, oh, I still have some anise stuck to the outside of the cup. All right. Does not smell like anise, okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to pour a little bit in. I should start, right? Because who knows if this stuff sinks or swims. I have no idea. All right. Yeah, I was getting over the cold that I had really, really well. And then the storm came through, and it must have blown in all kinds of pollen and stuff. And, you know, I'm coughing again now and blowing my nose. Okay, here we go. I smell something that's different than the coffee. All right. Nah, there's not enough in there. I don't taste anything different. Okay, here we go. Why not? I put a bunch in. Wasn't that many anise seeds. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for those of you just tuning in, this is water made from boiled anise seeds. The process was interesting. I tried hammering them first to crush them. I tried boiling and straining them the second time through, forgetting that I was holding a metal little strainer and pouring boiling water into it. So now I have two fingers that are not very happy. Okay, so some of the water that I've got from the anise seed. Okay, I'm going to put a little, what do I have here? Okay, I got my little sweetener frog here. Oh, I know. You know what? I am going to put a little, this stuff is sweetener I got at Publix, and it is sucralose. Sucralose is the same kind of sweetener that they use in most of the 0-calorie syrups. So this really tastes like it could use some sweetener. You know, sometimes sweetener, like if you put it in coffee, it might sort of dull down the natural flavors in the coffee. But sometimes, and especially if you put other ingredients in your coffee, it will brighten them up and bring them to the forefront. You know, it's almost like salting certain foods. They taste better. Sweetening certain foods tastes better. So I'm just gonna, I don't want to put in too much. Okay, we'll try that. Oh, you know what? This is beginning to taste like something. A little bit more. Maybe make it like half a packet. Okay. And I'll taste it again. Okay, you know what? I mean, if it's going to taste like anise, let it taste like it, right? Okay, now I'm getting the anise flavor coming through. Just put the rest of it in. And we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, I feel like Judge Steve Harvey. I've come to a verdict. Okay. Oh, and I even have my gavel here. So, my verdict is, okay, you know how licorice makes your mouth feel a little puckery on the inside? So I can definitely feel that feeling in there. This is what I would say. If you really love licorice, then by all means, you know, put this stuff in your coffee. I have a feeling that if you get a Twizzler and dip it in there, or some black licorice and just, you know, drop a little piece in there, it'll be a lot easier than what I went through today. My verdict is, this is not worth the bother. Could you grow to appreciate this? You know what, I'm going to try. I will, you know, in all fairness, lots of times I found when I add cream, let's see here, I have my creamer Santa. All right, there we go. I have coffee mate, but I want to add half and half, which is half milk, half cream. This is one of those mini moos. Okay. So, I'll dump the whole thing in. I like anything with cream. Probably everything with whipped cream. Okay, here we go. Oh, you know what? This actually makes it drinkable for me because there's that very slight licorice taste. It's interesting. Almost like if you had it in a pastry or something with just a hint. I will drink it like this. I don't want to waste the coffee. I don't want to waste all the effort that I put into this, replenish my energy here. So yeah, that is how you could, if you wanted to do it. What did I do with the anise already? Did I put it back in with everything? Nutmeg, ginger. Oh, anise seed. Okay. See, I've also got cardamom, chili. Yep, you can put chili in coffee. I've got cardamom seeds. Too hard to work with. Although I could probably boil them, right? Allspice. What's this? Ground cloves. Oh, that's good in coffee. Pumpkin pie spice. Some more pumpkin pie spice that has a different, different ingredients. So, yeah. And I've got cinnamon that I always keep on my counter. So, this was your coffee video and experimental demonstration or demonstration of an experiment. Thank you all for joining me. Let's see, I saw Kevin. Hey, yes, blessed Good Friday. I don't know how to pronounce this name, I-U-Y. But hey, thanks for joining me. Rianne and Linda, yeah, and Gary, and anyone else whose name didn't show up. Thank you. I enjoyed being with you this morning, and thank you for everybody who's going to watch this later. Oh, provided you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, one of the nice things about Facebook is just scroll on. Have a great day. I'll come back soon.